What's going on is Anton from antondaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. I want to put this whole conversation and this debate to rest once and for all, because for the last couple of days, including last night on After Hours, there's been this discussion about men paying for box, right? And then on the flip side, you have women that are saying that men are supposed to be providers. I don't look at either one of those as viable options in order to be successful. And when I say successful, I mean that you are successfully married or successfully in a relationship. It's a difference between getting married and the man becoming a slave. It's a difference between getting married and then the woman becoming, a box, or a guy just got to pay for her happiness and a sexless marriage if she's not putting out. I want to help y'all, right? Because y'all keep taking y'all advice from a bunch of other people that do not know what the hell they talking about. And they just on this app and they on the internet just yapping, just talking a lot. And so let me give you some insight on what makes sense. Because number one, do not pay for box. I know that y'all think that it's cool, fellas, to participate in prostitution, but I am telling you that that is the corniest thing ever. You do not go out there and pay for box, and you do not go out there and give women your money. Now, they're going to tell you this. They're going to say, well, you know what I'm saying? All men pay for it. They just pay for it in other ways. You pay for it in your time. You pay for it this. Nah, dog. First of all, your time ain't even that valuable. And you're trying to justify being a sucker by giving women money that don't deserve your resources. It's corny. And for the women that participate in it, don't try to spin it. Don't try to change it into being something that it's not. You are a prostitute, okay? And if that's what you want to do, cool. Fellas, if you want to go out and pay for box, cool. But stop trying to justify it. You know what I'm saying? You are a sucker. And that's just the end of the conversation. They're going to say, oh, man, I don't want to waste time. Let's just get straight to it. I'll pay whatever. Okay, cool. I got you. And I know I'm from a different era, so I'm going to take that into consideration. And if you disagree with me after the end of the video, watch it towards the end of the video, then feel free to write it in the comments. The women on the flip side, you need to be purposeful. You can't sit here and say, I want to be a stay-at-home wife, and you ain't even got no kids. That means you just a drunk. You going to be sitting around, bored, trying to figure out what you can get yourself into, and that's how you get in trouble. It's a lot of women on these apps that will come back, or they sometimes don't even appear, and they won't tell you about how they married a monster. They won't tell you because they so desperate to be lazy. And I've never, ever seen a woman in my life that is lazy be successful in any capacity. You may think that all of these women that's on these apps that keep on lying to y'all talking about they living a soft girl life is, but I'm telling you that don't even make sense financially, economically. It's not enough people. And trust me, you're talking to a person that makes a whole lot of money. It's not enough people and it's not enough guys out here. And a lot of these guys is going broke 5 years after they leave the league and shit, trying to make sure that y'all happy and trying to show off for y'all for nothing because she gave it up for free to another dude. It's not that valuable. It's not that worth it. Now, the solution, because I always like to be solutions oriented after I address the issues. The solution is this. You have to be purposeful, meaning that I am not here to make sure that you're taken care of for the rest of your life. I am here to ensure that you have the ability to take care of yourself and you add value into what I'm doing. What does that mean? That means that my goal is to teach you a skill. My goal is to give you purpose. My goal is to keep you busy, and my goal is to help you be able to generate a lot of revenue regardless of whether you're around me or not. And that goes for employees, that goes for my wife, that goes for everything. My wife, for example, she runs the entire real estate arm that I've created, and every day her job is to talk to contractors, to talk to the architect, to ensure that this gets done, to document this, so on and so forth. And the type of revenue that she's generating and is going to continue to generate for the rest of our lives, including for my daughter's life, is going to be crazy. I remember when I built the first house and she was the one that was there at every step. I had the general contractor working with her. Hey, deal with her on this, deal with her on this. Hey, call her this, call her that. And the reason that was necessary is she didn't know I was Mr. Miyagi in her at the time. But the reason that that was necessary is because at the end of it, when we got to house number 2 that we started building, and we keep everything in our portfolio, make sure y'all tap into the Patreon, link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. She was handling all of it on her own, and she started eliminating the layers because she had already learned it, and she had already maintained the relationships with different contractors that we do business with, that we still use to build more houses. And so basically what she's doing is she became the president of the company without even realizing she knows how to build an entire house from scratch. An entire house from scratch. And she's doing it. Now we're doing 3 properties at a time, and then hopefully we can scale up to 6 next year. And I told her, I said, you know, I taught you how to build a house, right? And she was like, what? I said, yeah. I said, you know what? We straight, you straight. If anything was to ever happen to me, you good. You good for the rest of your life. But the one thing that I taught you was how to generate a lot of revenue on your own without having to be visible on the internet in order to do it. And it gave her even more confidence. It gave her even more purpose. So now, you know what I'm saying? When we go out, and she's been working for me for a long time in a lot of different capacities, which is why she understands every aspect of the business. Now, the type of revenue that she generates versus what she spends is crazy. It's not even commensurate. And so I don't want a woman to be interdependent on me for her happiness. I want her to understand that she's going to be a better version of herself, whether she with me or whether she without me going forward. And so when dudes then say, well, you going to pay for it, man. Now, you talking about a certain type of dude. You talking about majority of guys. You talking about guys that don't see inherent value in women, and the only thing that they think about is box. Box comes with it. It's included in the package. Box comes with it. Now, whether you want to take advantage of that or you want to use it, that's a whole nother conversation depending on the woman that's playing a role in your life. But my point is that when I see a woman, I see a Swiss Army knife. I see a tool that wants to be used. Women want to be purposeful, and they want to add value, and you can live the good life at the same time. But I am just the person that's going to empower you. I may invest in you, but I'm definitely understanding that before I even bring you into my sphere, there's a return on value that you're going to bring. And they love it. That's the thing. Women love to be purposeful. All of that extra shit that come along with it. All of the box, all of the whatever, so on and so forth. Man, listen, you'll get more box putting a woman to purpose, putting a woman to use and being purposeful than you ever will in your entire life. And you're going to make a lot of bread. She's going to make a lot of bread. She's going to have a skill or skills that, you know, is immeasurable. And it's almost like a mentorship. It's almost like a covering. But dudes is so hell-bent on not having any real self-development, and you can't justify, you can't see in your mind, because the game is fucked up. The game is so messed up to where you so worried about how you can get a nut off versus making sure that you leverage everybody that is in your sphere to add value into your life. And if she is not a person, if the only thing you can see her for is, and I get it, if you a younger dude, okay, you know, you crash out season, whatever. But if you an older dude, if you a dude that's past the age of 30 and you still talking about, even in your upper 20s, and you still talking about paying for box, if that's the first thing that come to your mind when you see a bad chick, then we got the game messed up. Then it's a bigger issue right there. It's a much bigger issue. You still hunting? That's crazy. Because I know that men that are valuable, they just automatically attract people that want to do things for them and add value into their life and just want to be around them. Once you're around me, it's no way that you're not going to learn a skill. It's no way that you're not going to be purposeful. It's no way that you're not going to grow the company. It's no way that you're not going to get promoted. It's no way that you shouldn't be working for me in some capacity. And, you know, women that don't want to add value into the person's life, and the only thing that they want to do is exist. And let's be clear, it's rich tricks and it's poor tricks. It's middle class tricks, it's white collar tricks, it's blue collar tricks. When you add value into people's lives, and it's an exchange, right? Because it's okay to be used, but see, what y'all doing is misusing people. And if you don't get nothing from it on both sides, then that means that that's not a great relationship. That is a transaction. And transactions often leads to prostitution. And then prostitution also leads to justification of why you're a prostitute, but you just don't want to be labeled that way. You'll get offended if we say it. And on the flip side, for the guys, it means that you a John. That's it. You a John. And you need to be, she needs to learn every single aspect of what it takes to be great. She needs to learn sales. She needs to learn business. She needs to learn, contracting. She needs to learn project management. She needs to learn how to manage the books and accounting and lumber. She needs to know everything. That way, no matter what, you always have a skill. You're never looking desperate and you're never looking dusty. That's my opinion of it. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that disagree with me, but that's cool. We can just have that conversation later. After hours, tonight, Millionaire Morning Show today. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to holler at you later. Peace.